Alrighty, folks. Let's get this one started. What is going on, everybody? This is Justin Martinez, aka Jay the Sports Dude, coming to y'all live from my apartment. Hopefully, you all are staying at your homes as well, practicing social distancing and staying safe during this pandemic. And I'm here to provide y'all with a little bit of extra entertainment. That's right, folks. It is time for New Mexico State versus Cal State Bakersfield. This is the first matchup between the two squads from last season, and it's a part of our month-long journey to go back and watch as many of these games as possible for the Aggies from the 2019-2020 season. Now, this is a home game for the Aggies after being on the road for the past three contests. They got a trio of wins, and now they're trying to improve to, I believe, 7-0 in conference play. So let's go in and take a look at this one, folks. Let's get this one started. It's a little bit hot in here. Give me 1 second just to check this. Cool. Yeah, so back at the Pan American Center, you guys already know the deal. I have to upload the title of this and then just make sure that I'm in frame, all that good stuff. But yeah, another good matchup here. Pretty much the MO of this Cal State Bakersfield team is that this is a very physical squad, similar to that of UTRGV, as we see Evan getting the home court bounce on that three. They're going to bump and bruise you the whole time. I believe entering this game they were around like 6th in the country in offensive rebound percentage, something crazy like that, for sure top 10. However, their main flaw was that they were really heavy on the inside game. Not a whole lot of three-point shooting, as we see. Speaking of three-point shooting, Terrell Brown pulling up on the wing and cashing in. Yeah, this is a team that didn't really shoot the ball a whole lot. The percentage of their points that came from the three-point line, I think ranked in like in the 300th-ish range in the country. So it's a team that doesn't get a whole lot of their points from behind the arc. Cal State Bakersfield. Got that uploaded. Does it look like I'm in frame? Looks like we're good. So early lead for New Mexico State right now. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in right now. Whether you guys are watching this live or on playback, I appreciate it. Hope everybody's having a great start to their weekend. Tough layup high off the glass. I believe that's Czar Perry. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but that's one of the guys that I had scouted for the preview article for this. Yeah, a team with a whole lot of slashers. Not a lot of three-point shooting, but a lot of good finishers. Speaking of finishing, Johnny McCants with the and one. Gets it to go. We will have an episode with Johnny McCants for Straight Shooter coming up this upcoming Wednesday. Looking forward to y'all seeing that. I finished editing it yesterday. It came out to a little bit less than 20 minutes. About 19 and change. So really good stuff there with Johnny. And still waiting to hear back from AJ on if maybe we'll be able to get a double upload for you guys on Wednesday, since we didn't have one last week. But still haven't heard anything from him, so we shall see what happens there. Okay, so no scoreboard here, thank you. 9-2, 17:40 left in this first half. Not sure, is that, no, it's not Davis. 9-4 right now. Terrell Brown with the ball. So he is back in the starting lineup. He's been back in the starting lineup. Beginning with that last game against UTRGV since Trevelyan Queen is injured. Corner pocket rocket. Evan gets his second triple to fall. Yeah, so very small ball lineup right now for the Aggies at positions 1 through 3. With Trev gone. I mean, they really didn't have a backup the whole year. It was kind of guys like Sean Williams had to really play point guard, shooting guard, and small forward, because DeJour Joseph could have also played some backup small forward, but he had been injured this whole season as well. All but a couple games. And there's a rare three-point shot for the Roadrunners. Yeah, the Aggies had to get very creative with their with the rotations with all of these injuries. You saw Jabari Rice at the small forward position being 6'4", not the worst, but then you saw a little bit of Sean Buchanan as well. Speaking of Jabari, that's another and one. Yes, sir. Yeah, you saw a little bit of Sean Buchanan, who I believe is listed as, I think he's listed as around 6'1", something like that. 6 feet maybe. Definitely not a true small forward, but everybody had to play different roles with all these injuries. 14-7 right now. Aggies make that 15-7 with 16:27 left in the first half. On Monday, I'll start collecting the Aggie mailbag questions. At first I was collecting them on Tuesday, but I like doing it on Monday so that way I can have all the questions in. Tuesday I write the article and I record the video, and then Wednesday I edit it, as opposed to starting it on Tuesday and then the night, like Wednesday night, I'm staying up past like 5 a.m. trying to edit everything. I just didn't want to do that anymore. So yeah, we'll start collecting questions on Monday for that. 6-point game right now. Yvonne going to work down low. Little hook shot. Gets the friendly bounce. Good touch around the rim. 17-9 right now. This is Perry with the ball, I believe. Let me pull up the box score right now so that we can have that ready to go for halftime, for the end of the game, all that good stuff. Little mid-range shot, no good. Yvonne with the rebound. Aggie's going the other way. Good patience down low, and looks like Yvonne's going to draw the foul there. Yeah, so Zara Perry, a big name to know, and then Taze Moore, I remember, is another guy who's one of their top scorers, if not their top scorer, I think. So a couple guys there. And then I want to get this name right. Justin Edler Davis, big man down low. Surprisingly, was their most consistent three-point shooter for the 2 times that the Aggies played him. So their big man is the most consistent shooter, which I guess isn't that crazy since Johnny had the highest three-point percentage for the Aggies this season. There's a quick look at the records. The rebounds is that big thing, especially offensive rebounds for Bakersfield. Allowing about 69 points. It's a real grit and grind type of team. It's one thing Jans was saying was that he was putting them up there with like UTRGV just in terms of the physicality, if not more. It's a very strong Cal State Bakersfield team. 14:57 left, 17-19 in favor of the Aggies with a free throw coming up here. Got it to go. And one more for the Spaniard. Yeah, good to be back at the Pan Am for this one. Because, most of the time I don't get to travel for road games. And I don't enjoy covering road games from home because it's just watching the live stream. I don't get to do the post-game video. I don't get to talk to anybody after the game, that kind of stuff. Just not as fun. So definitely, with this 3-game road stretch being over, it was good to get back out there and actually get to cover a game live. The Roadrunners with the ball here. I believe this is that Moore? Number 3, no, that might be Cam Allen. Let me see. I'm not completely sure with their numbers here. Yeah, 3 is Cam Allen, okay. So 3 is Cam Allen, 4 is Taze Moore, and then it says 5 is Perry. But I think he was number 1 at first early in the season. I'm not sure though. Maybe not. He's probably 5. Right wing shot. Sean passes it up and makes a great find. Great find to Yvonne there. Always looking to pass first. Yeah, I forgot to ask Johnny on camera who he wanted me to talk to next. So when I asked him off camera, he said Sean Buchanan. So I'm thinking that's going to be the following week's straight shooter guest will be Sean Buchanan. I'll try to set it up. The good thing is that since I already did the Johnny McCants interview, I could reach out to Sean like right now and just get one even earlier, like just way ahead of time. So I'll probably reach out like on Monday or Tuesday or something. But that's probably gonna be episode number 9 or 10, depending on if we get that double upload. Anyways, 21-12 right now. Aggie's in the lead with 13:23 left. Double team on Yvonne, and they're gonna call a foul there. Yeah, few people in the WAC got fouled as much as Yvonne. He might have even been at the top of the list in terms of free throws attempted. There's a look at Trev on the bench next to AJ, both guys trying to get back onto that court there. It didn't take Trev a whole lot of time on the bench, though. Got back pretty quickly. And I believe it was the Seattle game, because I think the Seattle game on the road was his last game, and then he came back by the time they played him again. I'm pretty sure when it was Seattle at the Pan Am. Little spin move by CJ. They catch him there and get the jump. Going the other way. Corner pocket. That's Perry there. Okay, so he is number 5 then, and then Moore's 4. Got it. Yeah, that's sort of their 1-2 punch. It's Perry and Moore. And as I've said, this is a team with a lot of juniors. All these guys that I've been naming, all juniors. Guys that I don't believe any have transferred out, but will be returning, and just not in the WAC though. Roadrunner's no longer in the WAC. I think they would have been real, I guess, second tier teams, because I feel like New Mexico State's pretty much on its own tier. But I would have put them up there with like Grand Canyon for returning squads. Little layup right there, got it to go, and that's Cam Allen. Second bucket for him. 21-14. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hopefully y'all are doing well, having a great day. My day's been pretty good so far, no complaints. Not a whole lot going on today. Just wrapped up like editing the straight shooter video. Because normally that stuff is like a whole day long process. I've been getting a little bit quicker at it, as you see Allen with another bucket. That's a heat check. I've been getting a little bit quicker at it, but I still have really no experience in terms of editing videos. So there's a bit of a learning curve for me. And they just take forever to upload too. That's the thing that really annoys me with it. So you see CJ missing the 3-point shot. Yeah, so the software that we use to like upload our stuff onto our website for lcsunnews.com, which is also where I put the straight shooter interviews, is called Presto, and that takes like, if it's a 20-minute video, it's going to take you at least an hour to upload it. It's ridiculously long. And if the screen goes dark at any point, then as you see a good block there, if the screen goes dark at any point, you have to start the upload process all over again. So you can't just like start uploading it and then let it chill for a while. Like, you pretty much have to be constantly, like touching the screen just to make sure that it doesn't go turn off or anything like that. So that's like the most tedious process of uploading these things. YouTube is pretty quick. It doesn't take too long to upload the video to YouTube, but I have to do it to the site, to YouTube, to Facebook, and I can't really run them all at once, or just none of them will load. So it's like a 2-hour process. So that's Perry there with the layup. Aggie's in front by just 2 now. Roadrunner's making a bit of a push here. Sean Williams with the ball, right wing or left wing. Buchanan driving, missing it. Good defense by the Roadrunners there. Let me grab something really quick, guys. My bad. Inside to grab some chapstick really quick. (21-18) as we're right around the midway point of this first half. There's a look at the injuries. Ankle for AJ, ACL for Wilfred, hand for Clayton, and a meniscus tear for Trev. So Trev's listed as out for 4 to 6 weeks. I believe he was only out for 3, I think. It was ahead of that timeline. And then, yeah, AJ was never officially out for the season, just out indefinitely. Clayton, that second time around, out for the year. That happened during weightlifting, of all things, breaking a bone in his hand. Just a series of really freak incidents, pretty much. Like, not a lot of them happened during the game. You know, Trev got hurt, obviously, during Utah Valley. AJ got hurt prior to the start of the season. Clayton did, and then even when Clayton came back, he got hurt just weightlifting. Wilfred got hurt in the offseason. Just plenty of just really unfortunate instances there. He's got almost an and one there. We got free throws now, trying to make it a 1-point game. McCall at the line here. First one is no good. We got one more here. Quick look at Coach Jan's. Yeah, to me, this is the most impressive year, just coaching-wise, for Jan since he got here. I mean, I haven't been here the first couple years, but to go through all this, you know, and have to roll out these crazy rotations, have to manage the minutes of these guys so you're not just working them to death, you know. Definitely not an easy task. So, well-deserved Coach of the Year. WAC Coach of the Year award for him. 3rd straight. Sean Williams with the ball here on the wing. Gets it to Jabari. Looking for Yvonne down low. This time he finds him. And he got a foul. Yeah, that's that physicality that I'm talking about. There's going to be a lot of just fouls on the floor for this Roadrunner squad. And that'll send Taze to the bench. First I thought it was just Tazemore because it's just spelled T-A-Z-E. But apparently it's Tazemore. Which does sound cooler, I'm not going to lie. It sounds pretty cool. Vaughn with the ball down low. Getting pretty much triple team. Finds the open man, and that's cash money. Jabari Rice. That's that vision by Vaughn that I'm talking about. It's so dangerous to bring an extra guy on him because it's leaving someone open, and a lot of times, if it's before Yvonne starts to do that spin move, I think once that happens, he's pretty much going up with it. But if he's still backing you down or something like that, feeling you out, he's going to find that open man more times than not. 24-18, we got a corner pocket shot. No, instead we're going to pass it up here. Nice move there on Johnny. Yeah, that perimeter defense by Johnny, still not the best. It's one of the things I was talking to him on a straight shooter. We get an offensive foul here. Drop the shoulder a little bit. Yeah, that's one of the things I was talking to with Johnny is that I feel the next thing that he really needs to do to elevate his game There's a little bit of acting there. I don't see why that would be a foul. Um, Next thing I think he needs to add to his game is just he's already so versatile on the offensive end at his position, which he needs to be because he is a bit of an in-betweener at 6'7". I'm talking about like NBA standards, which obviously is aspirations. Um, he's already got that three-point shot that makes him so versatile, but on the defensive side of the ball, I think he needs to become a lot more switchable on the perimeter. We saw it right there where he gets switched up on a guard and he really struggles to stay in front of them. So that footwork, that lateral quickness is something I think he really has to work on. And this is nitpicking. Like, everybody has something to work on. I don't think it's a glaring issue for him because it's just a bonus if you're a big man that can do that. But already Johnny has such a well-rounded game. I think that would just be another asset, They're saying Sean did not get there in time. He's looking for that. He's always looking to draw that charge. Whenever I do interview Sean, without a doubt, a couple of these charge plays I'm going to have to show him so he can break them down for me. 6-point game right now. Roadrunners trailing on the road, but hanging in there so far. A lot of Cam Allen and is it Czar Perry? I want to make sure I'm getting that right. CZAR, I'm assuming Czar. That's the only way to pronounce it. Jabari with the ball here. Gets it to Yvonne down low. Nice spin move. Yes, sir. So smooth down low. The footwork. Just a mixed bag of moves that he has. Really good stuff there. We got a mid-range pull-up. Got it to go. It's Buckingham with that one. 6-point ball game. 7:10 left. Cameron Montano, appreciate you for tuning in. He says, what has been your favorite stray shooter interview? That's a great question. I'll probably say Evan. Yeah. Because, first of all, Evan, I've already said, is just my favorite guy to interview. But we had problems with the audio for the first time. And I was really worried that we just weren't going to publish it. So I had to work really hard around a lot of it. Like, you guys maybe didn't see it as much, but there were like maybe 6 instances where his screen would black out and we would have to end the video session. I'd invite him again. We'd start it up again. It was like an hour-long thing. So first of all, shout out to Evan for even dealing with all of that, all of that BS, But yeah, the editing process for that was crazy. And at the end, I actually really liked how it turned out. Like, I thought it was pretty cool. There was that one point where we lost connection and then I had to we'll be right back, little promo page or whatever. Like, just little stuff like that. I think it came out really good. And we kind of just had to make the best out of the audio that we had. So I'd probably say that's my favorite one just because it was the most rewarding to see the final product. And on top of just Evan being a great interview in general. Let me know which one's your favorite so far, though. I'm interested in hearing that. Shout out to Aggie Athletic Archive, as always, for providing these videos. You see the mustache there? It said, I love number 15 for Yvonne. That's pretty cool. Six-point ball game, 6:53 left in this first half. Speaking of Yvonne, he's got the ball. Working on him down low. Yeah, once he puts that spin move, you could kind of see another guy on the other side of the basket was going to cave in, but once Yvonne hits you with that spin move, it's pretty much too late. He's at least getting to the free throw line. It's all about just timing that double team with him. Oof, tried to avoid it there, but yeah, it's going to be a travel on Allen. 4 turnovers for the Aggies so far, 2 for the Roadrunners. I'm interested in seeing what the rebounding stats were for this game because this is a Cal State Bakersfield team that was, I think, sixth in the country heading into this game in offensive rebound percentage. And that's something the Aggies started off really well at in non-conference play, but once they got into conference play, not so much. Not a whole lot of double-digit offensive rebound outings, which is pretty much what they were averaging in non-conference play. So I'm interested in seeing what the stats were for that. I don't remember what they were. We'll look at the halftime stats once we get into the midway point of this one. Is we got a 3-point bomb. Is that Buckingham with it? I believe that is. Evan with the ball here. 28-23, 5:49, 3 for 6 shooting from deep for the Roadrunners. It's like I was saying, that's really, if it happens, you kind of just got to tip your cap if you're New Mexico State, because the game plan is just to keep them out of the paint. That's where where the majority of their points come from. We see Terrell trying to answer back. Yeah, I don't remember the exact stat, but the percentage of points that they get coming from the three-point line ranked like 315th or something like that in the country. So like not a lot of their buckets come from deep. So to be 3 for 6 early on right now, if you're New Mexico State, you kind of just have to say, hey, if you're going to beat us that way, so be it. So we see Johnny protecting the rim there with that block. Definitely a foul there. You see Jabari hitting that card. That's a good block there by Johnny. Is that Buckingham who fouled him? I'm trying to find. Yeah, okay, 13's Buckingham. Oh, with the headband, cool. Another one of their solid players. Yeah, this team didn't really have like a superstar, like a go-to scorer, but they had a lot of guys averaging right around double-digit points. I think they had like 4 guys in this game who got double-digit points. So it's more of a by committee type of thing. There's Buckingham getting a breather for a little bit. 5-point ball game. One more free throw for Jabari. Just under 5 minutes left in this one for the first half. Got it to go. Eight fouls for Cal State Bakersfield. Yeah, really the big thing whenever they play is just how the refs handle the game. Are they going to let them play, or are they going to let them get physical? Because that's a huge deciding factor for a Roadrunners team that's as physical as it gets in the WAC, if not the most physical team. Another deep bomb. That's a deep one. That's Taze Moore with that one. Yeah, but it looks like the refs not really letting them play here. They're calling a lot of fouls here on the Roadrunners. CJ with the ball here on the wing. Gets it to Evan. He's coming off that screen. There's the pick and pop. Yes, sir. Something Evan does really well is just managing that pick and pop. A lot of instances where he's finding CJ, he's finding Johnny. And the Aggies have the bigs to knock it down, that's for sure. Even saw Yvonne with a couple of them last year. So I believe they're saying that's off the foot of whatever that guy's name is. I'm sorry. No disrespect to him. I don't remember that guy's name. Number 25. Is that McCall? Is that McCall? 25. Darren Person Jr. Apologies, Darren Person Jr. Karen Montaño says, I have 2 favorites in Jabari Rice, how he was talking about how hard he worked after missing his shot versus UNM, and then also Evan Gilliard when he was talking about how he sees the court. Yeah, Jabari's up there for sure too. Both of those guys, I would say I'd probably put at 1 and 2 in terms of breaking down the plays. I think both of them did that as well as anyone that I've talked to so far. Let's go ahead and listen to what Jan's is saying here. I don't know what this is about.
To be honest with you, take this the right way, but since we've been here, I've always felt that way. about the teams that we've had. Maybe different players doing it. But we've got a lot of confidence in our group, in how we practice. And it doesn't surprise me when kids step up in our program and make those kind of plays. We expect them to. We don't necessarily know who it's going to be on any given night. And I think that's what's made our team special for the most part, is you just can't key on one person.
There you go. I think I actually asked him that question because I usually stand on the left side of the little media room that they have, which also like doubles as their film room. Yeah, so that question was just asking him, what he's seen out of the guys who have continuously stepped up every time that rotation gets shorter, and he's pretty much saying, I just come to expect it at this point. But yeah, no, I think Jabari and Evan honestly break down the game as well as anyone that I've talked to so far. And that Jabari one is really fun too because of the the celebrity lookalikes for teammates. That was really fun. That was probably one of my favorite things that I've had. Just like in terms of favorite segments, that's up there for sure. With the Bryce Rewalt and Macaulay Culkin thing, that one was pretty good. Bryce actually reached out to me for that. He was like, come on, man. I was like, I'm sorry, I had to do it to you. And then, I don't know if Evan saw the LL Cool J thing, but I'll have to show that to him sometime. Next time I talk to him, I'll have to show that to him. Yeah, those are two really good ones for sure. And Jabari, we had a couple of problems with the connection too, where I think he cut out once or twice, and I just had to edit that out. Actually, no, it was multiple times, because if you look at it, he has like multiple camera angles. So at first he starts off like how I'm sitting on a couch, and then next he's standing like the phone's right here, and I'm like looking down at the phone, and then he's like in his kitchen where he just has his phone put on like just something to stand it up on his kitchen counter. And the reason for that is that he was having really bad signal problems. So he was like, every time it was a different angle. Before that, we had to stop the recording. Like, I'd invite him to a whole new video session, and he would move to a different part of his apartment, hopefully to get a better signal. So that's why it was all those different angles. So yeah, that was another one where it was really hard to work around it. I think the main problem is that some of these guys have to do it on their phones, because I prefer if they use their laptop, but not all of them have laptops. Because with the laptop, I've just found that it runs a lot smoother. StreamYard, which is a third-party thing that we use for these interviews, is a little bit new. It's not they're in like the early stages of developing it still, and they just recently, I think like 2 days ago, added it to where they support mobile streaming. And so before that, anytime these guys use their phones, it was always iffy. Like, it could cut out at any second. Sometimes you could hear my audio coming from their end, and that's why there would be like an echo, stuff like that. So yeah, luckily that just got updated for StreamYard, so hopefully we don't have that anymore. But both Jabari and Evan, both of those episodes they used it through their phone. And then actually, when I talked to Johnny yesterday, he was using his phone, but we didn't have any problems with it. Like, the audio is perfect, and so that's a good thing that now they're supporting the mobile version of it. Yeah, we've had to navigate our way through a lot of stuff just with all these video interviews. But it's the best we can do right now with the current circumstances with COVID and everything, and even just the fact that a lot of these guys are back home. So we see Vaughn with the bucket down low. That's really the only way to talk to them. But for the most part, I feel like they've come out pretty solid. Just my last case thing is, I do not want to have to put captions, because those take so long to go in and put in, man. The thing with Evan, I edited the video in like an hour, but the captions took like 2 or 3 hours, because it was the longest interview we'd had, I think, even up until now. It was like 24 minutes, something like that. Jeez, it took so long to get that done, because YouTube has like it'll have automatic ones, but they're never accurate, so I got to go back and change it all. But luckily, that's the only episode where it's been bad enough to where I've had to put in the captions. 5-point game right now with under a minute to go. We're going to look at the halftime box score as soon as the buzzer sounds here. Corner pocket, no good. I believe that's Edler Davis, right? 11. Let's see. Or is that 10? There's nobody number 11 on the team. Yeah, I think that was Edler Davis. We got a short stoppage here. Shot clock is turned off, so the Aggies can get the last possession here if they want. Trying to go into halftime with a potentially a 3-possession lead here. Again, shout out to NM Aggie Athletic Archives for providing this video. It looks like they've been, actually they haven't been editing out these stoppages. I should really do that. Normally they do though, so still shout out to them. Let's see, what time is it right now? 6:37? Okay, that's not bad. I have to head out somewhere at around 7:30, so like as soon as this is over pretty much. 5-point game right now, 20 seconds left, 20 ticks on the clock. Evan with the ball here, being guarded by, I believe that's Allen. A little hezzy, finds Johnny, top of the arc. No good, but that's as good of a look as you're going to get. Good find there by Evan. All right, let's take a quick look at these halftime stats before we get into these final 20 minutes. We're going to start this off with Cal State Bakersfield. It is Cam Allen, number 3. He has 11 points right now on 5 for 7 shooting. No assists, no rebounds, so he just came in there pretty much strictly to get buckets. 5 points for DeMonte Buckingham to go along with 3 fouls, though, so he's been in a little bit of foul trouble. And then 6 points for Taze Moore to go along with 1 rebound. 0 offensive rebounds for Cal State Bakersfield in this first half, so that is an extremely good job by the Aggies, because this is a team that is top 10 in the country in offensive rebound percentage entering this contest. So yeah, 0 offensive rebounds, only 10 total rebounds compared to the Aggies' 14, and they did have 3 turnovers, so actually that's pretty good. Roadrunner shot 54.2% from the floor in that first half, 4 for 10 from the 3-point line, so 40%, and then 0 for 2 from the free throw line, 0%. Let's take a look at New Mexico State. It's Ivan Audecoechea with 13 points. He's already drawn 4 fouls, so he's been getting beaten up down low, as you would expect with this matchup. 4 rebounds for him, though, 5 for 6 shooting, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Good numbers for him there. Jabari Rice with 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 dimes on 2 for 3 shooting. And then you got Evan as well with 6 points on 2 for 4 shooting to go along with a pair of assists. 5 turnovers for the Aggies in that first half. Not terrible. Usually if they stay under 10 for the whole game, that's considered a W pretty much. So right on that border. 54.5% shooting from the floor. 5 for 11 from deep, so 45.5% shooting, and then 6 for 9 from the free throw line at 66.7%. Let's go ahead and get into this second half now. Alrighty. Hitting that guy in the head with the pom-poms there. That's funny. Alright, so we got a 5-point ball game right now. Aggies starting off this final half. It's saying final there as the score, but it is not. We got 20 more minutes of basketball here, folks. 16 on the shot clock. Evan driving. It's a dangerous cross-court pass there. Finds Jabari, no good in the corner. Roadrunner's going the other way. It's Buckingham there with the lob. Is that Moore? Yeah, that's Taze Moore. He can get up there. Stephen M, another great show. Appreciate you for tuning in, Stephen. He says, is it raining in Cruces today? It was raining a little bit for a second here. I don't think it's still raining right now. Yeah, it's not still raining right now, but I haven't left my apartment all today, but I did hear a little bit of it about an hour or so ago. You got a deep ball there, no good. Do you not live in Cruces, Steven? Where do you live? Just got a 3-point ball game here. 18:50 left in this contest. Pretty much been a close game this whole time. I think the Aggies have been around maybe a 2 to 3 possession lead consistently here. Good job defending the pick and roll there by the Roadrunners. Yvonne down low. A little fader. Put a little salsa on that one. The Spaniard with the fader. You don't see that shot a lot from him. Probably the first time I've seen that this season. Along the baseline, a little fader. Just such a deep bag of moves that he has down low, though. Not being the biggest center in the game, it's all just finesse, footwork, stuff like that, patience. While still being able to bang down low, of course. So we got Buckingham with, I believe, the deep 2 there, it looked like. And it's still just a 3-point game. 17:50 left in this one. Yeah, that's a good lob there. From Buckingham to Moore. Yes, sir. Under 18 minutes to go. Just look at that. I think that says a lot right there. All these guys not dressed out. You got Wilfred, you got DeJour, you got AJ, you got Trev. It's a lot of injuries that they're dealing with, man. A lot of guys in warm-ups as opposed to jerseys. Student athletes of the game. That's cool. Carson Ferris and Chloe Garcia. There's the mustache there. I believe that's for Yvonne. Because I think they said something like they love number 15 or something. Let's check out what Jans is saying here. We'll turn this volume up for him.
They're relentless on the backboard on both ends. They're like 20th defensive rebounding. So, they eat, sleep rebounding over there. And then they just have an attitude about them. They're going to come in and we're going to big boy you. We're going to out tough you. We're going to outsize you. We're going to out heart you. We tend to think that our program is built on toughness, rebounding, and defense, but it's going to be tested to the max Thursday.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's why I really don't remember a whole lot from the preview articles that I write, but I remember that quote specifically from Jans talking about just pretty much the bully ball that these guys play. It's not a lot of long-range shooting. It's not really any of that. It's a lot of just the dirty work down low that they do. They specialize in. Speaking of the dirty work down low, Jabari hanging in the air, driving and thriving with the bucket. And the Aggies did a good job, at least in this first half so far. 0 offensive rebounds for a Roadrunners team that was top 10 in rebound percentage in the country heading into this. Just 10 total rebounds compared to the Aggies' 14. They really forced the Roadrunners to shoot the 3 ball, and to their credit, they did step up to the plate for that. But at the end of the day, if it's coming down to a 3-point contest between these two teams, it's going to be New Mexico State winning. So it does still play to the Aggies' strength as opposed to them trying to hang on the glasses with Cal State Bakersfield, which has been an inconsistent thing for the Aggies this past season. But speaking of the 3 ball, man, Edler Davis, the big man, extending his range. Evan trying to answer back at the top of the arc. That's no good. Johnny getting up a little slow there. Looked like he was holding his back. Believe that's Perry knocking down the midi. Yes, sir, Czar Perry. Part of that 1-2 punch, him and Tajay Moore. And it's not even really a 1-2 punch. It's honestly like a 1-2, 3-4 with also Allen and Edler Davis. This is a team that doesn't really have some dynamic scores, but just a lot of guys who can get like close to that double-digit range. So we got a little bit of stoppage here. 3-point ball game with 15:46 left. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in right now. Hopefully y'all are doing well. I've been doing good so far, no complaints. We got 50 minutes left in this video. Jeez, this is a long video. Let's see, because I do got to get out of here at 7:30, so we're going to skip past these little stoppages. They didn't edit them out this time around, but that's no big deal. I just got to go over here and do that. Let's see, 50 minutes puts me, he's like 10 minutes over, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. 3-point ball game right now. I got to go help a friend of mine move right now, that's why. That's 7:30, but if I'm a couple minutes late, it's no big deal. 3 minutes to 3-point game right now. The tying bucket, no good. 15:30 left. Roe Brown going the other way. On the fast break, Johnny finds Jabari, but before that happens, we have a foul on the floor. Staying with the Aggies, looks like. Yeah, it didn't look like he fully had his feet set. It looked like he had his feet set. Then he flinched a little bit. He shuffled it a bit at the last second. So it'll stay with the Aggies as opposed to a charge. Sean on the wing. Von Sorrell, that's catch and shoot. Does not go down. Thought about it there. He is going to pull it. And I think that's Edler Davis with the corner pocket rocket. Yeah, that is him. Yeah, I'm hearing right now a little bit of wind. I think it's starting to rain. I think my blinds are like closed, so I can't see through right now. But I think I'm hearing some rain. High ball game. Johnny trying to find Jabari, but they're going to call, what is this here? Was just his elbows a little bit too high? Let's see. Yeah. Went a little too crazy with the elbows. That's going to go the other way. Again, I do have it on mute, guys, so I'm kind of just left to guess what these calls are. And are they reviewing this for a flagrant? I believe they are. Actually, now that I remember, I think I remember that they did call this a flagrant, didn't they? Let's see. I mean, I don't think he had any bad intentions with it. Just trying to free up some space, but yeah, I mean, that is contact to the head, you know? Yeah, I think they did end up calling this on Johnny. And the Roadrunners play a physical game, though. Forces a little bit extra physicality out of the Aggies in response, you know. Just trying to match that so they don't get bullied. But definitely that was a little too much there. And I think they are going to call it on them. Let's see if it is raining right now. We got a little bit. We got a little bit right now. Not too much. Looks like they're explaining to Jans what the call is, and it is nothing. Well, it is still an offensive foul. But nothing extra added on to that. So still a tie ball game right now. Roadrunners breaking that press pretty easy there. Perry getting into the half court setting, and now we got Allen getting into Buckingham. 8-0 run over the last pretty much 2 minutes here for the road squad. The Roadrunners on the road. Let's see what's the call here. Didn't see what that was in time. They're calling a travel or something? Did he pick up his pivot foot? Who knows? Who knows? Not me. Yvonne with the ball down low. He's going at him. There's no hesitation there. That's a good job defending him, though. Did not budge. Props to him. Set it straight up. Let's see. I don't know about all that. Stephen M says, in the media section of the Pan Am Center, can you hear Jans when he is yelling at the players? No, I can't. So the media section pretty much is, I'd say, so it's like the actual locker room is all the way down the hall. It's the same hallway, but it's all the way down the hall, so we can't hear anything. There's like a couple rooms in between it. So no, I can't. If I stand outside the media room and I'm just in the hallway, I can. So sometimes I do that. But surprisingly, Jans isn't really much of a yeller in the locker room, at least from what I'm like, just what I pick up, you know? It's not loud enough for me to hear it when I'm standing in the hallway all the time. Yeah, not the biggest yeller. Even in practice, I don't know if he maybe tones it down once the media gets there, because we get there like the back half of the practice, because he doesn't like for us to be there the whole practice, so maybe he tones it down whenever he knows we're within earshot or something, but most of the yelling is during the game on the court, and not so much afterwards. Sean with the ball there, gets it down to Yvonne. Got it to him just a little bit too late, though. But the extra hustle by Jabari, you love to see it. 4th in the team in offensive rebounds, total offensive rebounds this past season for Jabari. One of the more impressive stats for him. One of many impressive stats for him this season, obviously, with this being a career year for him. The media room is nice, though. They actually had, I forget what the company was, but it was someone in town here. I think it was like a movie theater in town or something. They replaced their movie seats at that theater, and then they donated them to the Aggies. And so the Aggies just like got different, like they put some new leather on it to have the New Mexico State logo on it and stuff like that. But yeah, they've got like actual movie theater seats, and that's where they watch film, and that's also where we go when we do any media stuff, whether it be like during the week leading up to a game or post game. We do it always in that little room there. You see Sean hyped up there. But yeah, they got that, and I think volleyball got the same thing. Volleyball also got some new movie theater seats. He's hyped. Sean Buchanan, a man of the people. And somebody who I think I'm going to be talking to for the following episode of Straight Shooter. I keep forgetting to ask these players on camera who they want me to talk to next. I just have so much stuff that I want to talk to them about, and like towards the end, I'm always thinking, okay, cool, you didn't mess up at all during the interview, and I just forget that one last thing of asking them who they want to talk to next. But I did ask Johnny off camera afterwards who he wanted me to talk to, and he said Sean Buchanan. So I think that'll be the plan for the following Wednesday. Sean's pretty good about getting back to me on stuff, though. So I'm pretty sure we won't have any problems with that. But you never know. I think... No. I think he's still in Cruces, because I know he was there for when the whole team did the protest a couple weeks ago. I don't know if he's gone back to Mississippi since then, but I think he's still in Cruces. Because I know a couple have left since then. Like Jabari just went back to Houston this week for a little bit. Not the whole summer, but just for a little bit. So maybe Sean did too. I'm not sure. 2-point ball game here. Roadrunners refusing to go away with 11:38 left. Aggie's trying to improve to, I believe, 7-0 up until this point. I always have to count it up in my head afterwards. Cal State Bakersfield, Chicago State, Utah Valley, UTRGV, Seattle. Yeah, 7-0. I should be editing out these stoppages. Whatever. I always say I'm going to edit it out, and then I forget it. If I'm like 10 minutes late, I don't think it's the worst thing. I'll be fine. 11:38 left in this one. Roadrunners inbounding the ball. Chance to take the lead or tie. A little mid-range pull-up by Buckingham. That one rims out. Jabari with the board. Yeah, that's one thing they've been doing really well this game. Cal State Bakersfield is handling that pick and roll with Yvonne and Evan. You can tell Evan's looking to dish it to him every single time, and they've done a really good job of blocking that off and switching. 11 assists for the Roadrunners, 9 for the Aggies. That little stutter by Evan there. Really shifty guard. Which when you add that to just his speed, just makes it just lethal. Turnaround hook shot by Yvonne, no good. Looks like we got a foul called on that one. They're saying he bumped him on the chest or something. I didn't see any contact on the hands. 15 points, 6 boards, and 1 assist already for Yvonne. Another good game, and he's been solid at the free throw line too. He was 3 for 4 at halftime. Gets that one to go down. Johnny checking back in, I'd imagine, for CJ. That one is good. 46-42 with 11 minutes and change here. Is that how that works? So Yvonne made the second free throw, and then Johnny subbed in. Don't they normally, you have to sub in after the first free throw? Because it's still a stoppage, right? Am I just wrong about that? I feel like that's the thing, right? I don't know why they let Johnny sub in there. Maybe it's different for college. I'm just thinking NBA, but I've never really paid attention to that. That was weird. So Johnny actually subs in for Yvonne here, so we got him at the 5 now. Got a bit of a push off here. Terrell hitting the deck. Bucket still will count though. Little baseline jumper there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep checking the time and stuff. I don't like being late to stuff, but I think we'll be good. Yeah, I really don't know why I chose to make this live stream at 6, like right in the middle of if you're gonna do anything in the afternoon. It's usually at around that time. I probably should have chose like maybe 5 or 5:30. But at this point, I'm just rolling with it. We're already more than halfway through. Because we're a couple games, or a good amount of games into WAC play. So I think we got, this is their 7th game. And we only have 9 more, something like that. So we're on the back end of this anyways. You see Johnny with the block. Not budging there, a brick wall down low. Look at this. Not budging one bit. You gotta just stare him down after that too. Roadrunner is actually with the better field goal percentage. That's interesting. Terrell almost with the steal there. So they got the better field goal percentage, but the Aggies got the 2-point lead. 9:41 left. Shout out to everybody for watching this with me. Whether you guys are watching this on live or on playback, I appreciate it. Body's just hitting the deck this entire game. It's the same thing Jans and I were talking about for this one, is that it's all physicality whenever you face the Roadrunners. Let me find my phone charger real quick. 1 second, guys. Yeah, because I have to have the stream also on my phone so I can see y'all's comments and make sure I'm like in frame and everything. It always drains my battery, but then I only have 2 inputs on my Mac here. So one has to go to the camera that I'm using because I don't use my laptop camera. And then the other one's for my laptop charger. So it doesn't die on stream. So I kind of have to manage it well with the laptop being charged and with my phone being charged. Anyways, that's just behind the scenes stuff. 9 minutes to go. 2-point game. Roadrunner's just hanging around right now. Same 3-point percentages exactly for them. That's interesting. 6 for 17 for both of them. So I'm not even going to try to do the math on that. I don't think that's like, what? 8 would be a little under 50, so that's like high 30s. Something like that. I don't know. Next free throw, potentially to tie it up. We got Edler Davis at the line here for the second one. Here we go. It is up and it is good. Tie ball game with just under 9. Yeah, you want to talk about a challenging back-to-back. Playing UTRGV and then Cal State Bakersfield back-to-back. The 2 most physical teams in the WAC, honestly, that the Aggies could face. And I don't remember how far apart these games were. I don't recall. Usually you get about 2 to 3 days in between. Something like that. I think it was like Thursdays and Saturday, I think sometimes you'd have that. I don't fully remember. Let's see how much time that in between these games. So they played UTRGV on Saturday and then Cal State Bakersfield on Thursday. Okay. So yeah, they had a good amount of time then. But I mean, still, two really physically demanding games for a team with a lot of injuries, not a lot of depth. Everybody playing crazy minutes. So you got a Pascal Siakam shirt there. That's cool. I see a lot of people at the Pan Am with the Raptors Pascal one, but I don't really see too many with the New Mexico State one. I guess they are hard to find. That's still the one that I'm really looking for. Is we got a steal there by Evan. Yeah, I'm still looking for that to be a part of my. I think I told you guys about it. My like jersey collection. Yvonne with the layup down low. It's gonna be like all the places I've worked in. Still working on that. Four-point game. Aggie's hyped up right now. Just trying to put them away. It's the same with UTRGV. I say it in the best way possible, but this is a pesky Roadrunners team. And that's a big compliment to them, but yeah, it's a very pesky team. Look at Terrell Brown. I don't remember where they ended up in the seeding. I can check that out right now. For some reason, I'm feeling like it's 6. Because I feel like they were going to play UMKC, I think. But I haven't looked at the bracket since forever. Okay, so it wasn't UMKC. They were 7. They would have played UTRGV in the first round. That would have been, sheesh, a very low-scoring physical game. I really wish I could have seen how the WAC tournament played out. Obviously, the NCAA tournament too, but like I did a predictions article where I predicted the entire tournament and stuff. I would have loved to see how accurate that was. But we didn't get to see it, unfortunately. We saw one day of women's basketball, and I didn't get to cover that game. That was the same day that we flew out there. So I think we got, as soon as we got to the Orleans, which is where we stayed and where the games were played, as soon as we got to the Orleans, the game ended. Like, it went final as soon as I stepped out of the cab, so yeah, we were like 2 hours too late to actually cover the game. And then the day after, everything got canceled. And if the Aggies for women's had just played at the end of the day, they wouldn't even have gotten to play because the first game got canceled. I think was the last game of that first day for women's. So once that happened, I already knew I wasn't going to get to cover the tournament at all. Like, I knew it was going to get canceled that next day. It was just a matter of when it was going to get canceled so that I could get the breaking article already out. But like, that night that I got there, I already had an article written up saying the tournament was going to get canceled. So that way I could publish it as soon as it happened. You could already just get the sense from it. The players kind of got the sense from it too. I saw a couple of them the day before. And just from them talking to me off the record, obviously, they were like, yeah, nah. They still had a little bit of hope, but they knew. And in that whole day that everything got canceled was just hectic, man. Putting out that article, I put out one about some fans who traveled out for the game, called the Aggie Peeps. Shout out to them. I put out another one with the what else did I put out? I was in the little Jan's suite when he was talking to the team afterwards, a couple hours later. It was just a really busy day. And then I don't remember if they canceled the NCAA tournament that day also, if it was the next day. But we were still in Vegas the whole rest of the way. We couldn't reschedule our flight, so my photographer and I were just there. He was taking photos of literally anybody still there, and I was writing articles and stuff. And I think the NCAA tournament was the next day that it got canceled, but I don't remember. Let's see, what do we get here? It's a little bit weird. So I work with like the design team for our paper every single night, and so this is a little sneak peek. I doubt y'all will be able to even see it honestly from here. We got like the front. So we're publishing the Aggie mailbag thing. We usually save it for our Sunday paper. So the headline that I sent in for Aggie mailbag was Aggie mailbag colon predicting breakout player and more. And then they changed it to mailbag attempts to predict breakout player. I don't know, for some reason that just sounds weird to me. Mailbag attempts to predict. I mean, why not just mailbag predicts? Like, I'm not attempting to predict it, I am predicting it, you know? I don't know. I think that's weird to me. But yeah, that's another thing we have to do every single day is work with the design team. And they used to not actually send us like the final version for like us to give our final approval. But after the Aggies Miners debacle that I had with my headline, after that we were like, yeah, you guys got to send us the final version every single time and we'll approve it. It's a pain to have to do that, but like it's better than having that bad of an error, you know? Because we thought we could trust them, but we can't. And like, in all fairness, they're not based here in Cruces, so they don't know the whole Aggies Miners dynamic. I think they're based out in Arizona. Most of the time, we print out in Arizona. So like, they don't know how big of a mistake that is. But yeah, ever since then, we have to check in with all that stuff every night. And then my sports editor, Jason Groves, is going on vacation, and I think from now to July 5th, I think. So I'll be running the whole sports section for the next week. That'll be fun. He did set aside a couple of like articles for me to publish. One of them, which I'm sure you guys are going to want to check out, is he talked to Nick Gonzalez's brother, who's stationed, I think, in like Japan or something like that. He actually got on a Zoom interview with him and talked to him. So he's going to we'll publish that article sometime during the week, and also the video version, just the uncut interview is going to be published here on our YouTube channel. So you guys can check out that as well. Make sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah, that'll get published sometime this week, and it was a good interview. I just watched it like right before this stream. Got to talk to his brother. Obviously, we're just trying to get as much Nick Gonzalez coverage as we can right now. And then we'll be doing the same thing for sure once the NBA draft approaches with Trev. I've got a feature I've been working on for like the past 2 months, honestly, where I'm talking to him and like a bunch of former teammates, former coaches, family members. I'm trying to do like a really extensive thing. So we'll have plenty of like pre-draft coverage of Trev. I'll put out an article where I like predict where I think he'll land. But yeah, that's what we were trying to do with Nick. Because any Nick article that we've been doing lately has just been getting crazy numbers. Because it's not just the NMSU fan base, like it's the Pittsburgh Pirates fan base too, who's reading it. So yeah, those numbers have done well. And I'm sure the Trev numbers will do really well too. They always have so far. Anyways, I'm going on a bit of I'm getting sidetracked here. Tie ball game with 4:15 left in this one. This is why I can never actually be a commentator, because I'll get sidetracked and just talk about other stuff way too much. I mean, the good thing is I'm just kind of like, this is just me sitting down and giving my running thoughts on the game, so if I get sidetracked, it's fine. But yeah, I can never be like an Adam Young or a Russ Bradford or anything like that. Speaking of Trev, we got him there in the warm-ups. And there it is, Cash Money, the Heartbreaker. Yeesh, that hurts. In overtime as well. That hurts. I like that court though. I think it's pretty sick. I don't know how actually playing on it is, like as a player. But just looking at it looks cool. It gives me reminds me of like Boise State. Back in the day when they first set that up. Yeah, I'm sure Cal State Bakersfield is glad they don't have to play him in this game. Alrighty. 13 minutes. I'm still doing like the math in my head, see how late I'm gonna be, but it should be more than 10 minutes. Luckily, the guy who I'm helping move lives like right down the street, so it's no big deal. Tie game with 4 minutes left. Good pump fake there by Jabari. Getting him up in the air beforehand. There's some people talking like really loud right outside my window. So Rice gives the Aggies the lead. Can the Roadrunners answer back? 3-ball Edler Davis, yes sir. He's giving the ice in my veins. Yeah, big man extending his range. 1-point lead for the Runners. Another one of those games where it easily could have gone the other way for the Aggies. But finishing strong. Bodies hitting the deck there. A lot of yellow jerseys on the floor. Yellow, gold, whatever you want to call it. There it is. Yeah, schools get really offended when you call their gold color yellow. I mean, I get it, one sounds significantly cooler, but like that's, I don't know if the Roadrunners go by gold or not, but that's definitely yellow. Like I saw Nick Gonzalez had like some video and he was like, I'm happy to be wearing the black and gold. And everybody's like, oh, I'm so happy he didn't say black and yellow. But like, when you look at that Pirates logo, it looks a little yellow. I'm not going to lie. It looks just a little yellow. That's just my opinion, though. Tie ball game right now. 3:17 left. Jabari Rice at the line. Talking to Sean there. Trying to get his 20th point right here. It is up, and it is good. I think this was the game for his season high up until this moment, I'm pretty sure. Because he had a really big first game against Western New Mexico. But I think he set a season high in this one, which he then broke against Utah Valley. 1-point lead right now with 3 minutes to go. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in right now, whether you guys are watching this live or not. I appreciate it. I believe that's Allen with the ball right now. Buckingham driving. No good. Offensive board. Something this team does really well, just not so much this game. Little turnaround shot. Good look. Is that Taze? No, that's a Perry, looks like, yeah. Perry with the turnaround shot on the baseline. We got a back and forth game, and this one was stressful for me, guys, to cover this game. Because I've said it 1,000 times, but I got to send these stories in for print 5 minutes after the game's over max, so very stressful here. I remember that for sure. Yvonne with the turnaround shot, got it to go. Once this game is over, we'll do our normal routine. So you see Yvonne hyping up the crowd. We'll look at my final score prediction. We'll look at the final box score. All that good stuff. Quotes from the team. As you see Sean with the rip, and it's a smart move there, slowing it down. There you go, got it pulled up. Foul on the floor here. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but jeez. The people who live above me go up their stairs so aggressively, I can hear them just stomping. Two-point game now with 1:18 left to go. Yet another nail-biter for the Aggies. Second free throw by Yvonne here, trying to get to 23 points. Rattles home. Still a one-possession game, though, with 1:17 left. Could go either way, folks. I always say that like I don't know the outcome of the game. Like we're watching this live or something. Corner pocket rocket, no good. Just 2 for 5 from the line for the Roadrunners. Wow. Did not get to the line very often. .50 ticks left. Don't need the three-point shot here. But they're going to take it. And they're not going to make it. Aggie's now going to run out the clock. Roadrunners still don't have to foul. They just got to get a stop here. We got a timeout by the Aggies. Not sure he shot that three-pointer on the wing. It wasn't a horrible look, though. It was a decent look. But again, this isn't a Roadrunners team that relies on the three-point shot much, so they definitely were catering to New Mexico State's this game in this one. And we're going to do that right here because I'm trying to save a little bit of time. You let me down, NM Aggie Athletic Archive, man. I needed y'all to edit this stuff out. Nah, I'm just kidding. Still shout out to them, though, for providing all these videos. 33.9 seconds left. Yvonne inbound in here. They're going to bring a double team. What are they calling here? We got a timeout. Yeah, looks like Jans might have called it here. Yep. Didn't like what he was seeing. Looked like there might be a turnover brewing, so we're going to get a stoppage here again. Aggie's into double bonus in this situation. Inbound to Terrell. Aggies haven't scored the past 2:03. Wow. Dribbling it out. And they are going to tackle Sean there. Sends him to the line for 2 in this situation. just needs one of these to make it a 2-possession game here. Oh, got it. Talking to him, too. Wow. Back rim, but bounces straight up and in. Hey, it's the home court touch right there. Not sure what they're talking about here. Oh, we got them reviewing something. What are we doing? Come on, man. You're killing me here. There we go. Not sure what that was about, but second one is up, and that one's no good. 4-point game. Roadrunners going the other way. Buckingham driving. Pull up. Yes, sir. Wow. In about 5 seconds flat. Big time bucket there. Keeps them alive. 2-point game with 9 seconds left. And they still have that timeout as well in their pocket here. Unless that's what was just burned right now. Yep, that was what was just burned. So no timeouts. We're going to skip through that again. Alright. Now we got Sean at the line again, it looks like. Yeah, my bad with having to fast forward and everything, guys. Just, I do have something else I gotta go do right now. And this is like the one video in the past 10 that hasn't been edited, unfortunately. Sean hits the first free throw here. The second one would definitely put this one away. That would be wraps at this point, if he can get it. Yes, sir. That is going to do it. That is going to do it. 61-57. The Aggies survive. Let's take a quick look at the stats for this one. 11 points for both Cam Allen and Justin Edler-Davis for the Roadrunners. And then 10 points apiece for both Taze Moore and Zar Perry. So 4 double-digit scorers, and then one short with 9 points is DeMonte Buckingham. So yeah, just a really well-rounded team here. Like I've been saying, not a lot of go-to scorers, but just everybody can produce. 10 turnovers for the Roadrunners. They shot 47.1% from the floor, 33.3% from the three-point line. That's 7 for 21, which is pretty good for them. And then 40% shooting from the free throw line, 2 for 5. Just didn't get a whole lot of chances there. 23 points, a game high by far for Ivan Audacoechea with 8 rebounds and 1 dime for good measure. And then 20 points for Jabari Rice to go along with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. No other double-digit scorers. 9 turnovers for the Aggies, so not the worst. And they did have, let's see, they only got out-rebounded by 1. So 6 offensive rebounds compared to 5. Let's hear what Jans has to say right here while I pull up the rest of these articles.
Aggie head coach Chris Giantis with us courtside. Coach, it's never easy against a Rod Barnes Roadrunners team, and it was a typical grinded-out defensive game in the second half, and your guys found a way again.
It wasn't easy, and you're right. It's never easy against them. The last 3 times we played them, we've really struggled. We knew it was going to be a rock fight. That's all we've talked about the last few days is, put your hard hats on because here they come. In the first half, we were excellent on the backboards. I mean, 0 offensive rebounds. I can't imagine they've had a half all year long, but eventually they start getting some. The ones they got turned into baskets, but, I'm proud of our guys. They found a way. They stuck together, made some free throws down the stretch to close it out.
Explain to us the trust that you have in Sean Buchanan, who's been an okay free throw shooter during his career, much better this year, to have him in the game down the stretch, and he made some big free throws.
He did. It wasn't necessarily for the free throws. At that point, I just felt like I knew what I was going to get with him in terms of organization, taking care of it, defending, maybe drawing a charge. He got a rebound and got tied up, but he was competing out there. And then I think he made 3 out of 4, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 4 down the stretch. But I certainly do trust him in tight situations.
Yvonne's rolling right now, 19, 19, and 23, scoring in his last 3 games, and he might have been at his best here tonight.
Yeah, he's just quick. His body looks great, and his comfort level is as high as it's ever been. And the beauty of it is our guys know it. I'm not urging them to throw it inside. They know where the ball needs to go, and that's a sign of an unselfish team. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. And where we're at right now, we need him to play at a high level each and every night.
This one's in the books now, so we can talk about Saturday. Big atmosphere expected, big crowd anticipated. Grand Canyon's turned into a little bit of a rival over the years as well, and should be fun Saturday night.
Yeah, I always look forward to that game. We've been 2-0 thus far in the Pac to Pan Am game. Mario and his staff do such a tremendous job of selling tickets and promoting that game, and I've said it time and time again, but for me personally, it gives me a touch of the history of this program when it's full like that. I heard a lot of stories about back in the day, and so for me to experience that one night a year is really, really fun. Hopefully, we'll play better. We just haven't played well in those 2 nights since I've been around anyway.
10 straight. Coach, congrats on the win.
Thanks, Adam.
And Aggie head coach Chris Jansen.
Alrighty, folks. So the final score is 61-57. I had 73-66. So I had a 7-point difference. Turned out being 4. Not too bad, although the point actual total was a bit off for me. Let's take a quick look at the quotes that we got, even though we did just hear from Jans. We talked to a couple other guys for this game. So we're going to pull that up right now and check that out as soon as I can find this article here. You guys know I always struggle to find these articles. I think I'm just going to have to search the final score, because it's always a hassle. 61-57. There we go. Alright, so here's Coach Jans on the victory. Even though we just heard it, I'll go ahead and say what he told me after the game. He said, "We told our players it was going to be a rock fight. We told them it was going to feel like you were a kid in a playground and a fight breaks out and you have to defend yourself. You can't walk away from it." And that's what it felt like. I think that's a pretty good description of it right there. A great metaphor there by Coach Jans. And he's also talking about putting Buchanan in the game down the stretch, which we did hear him just talk about, but I'll read it off anyways. He said, "For whatever reason, I just felt like I needed to get him out there. I knew exactly what I was going to get for the most part. And he did what I needed him to do. My gut was right for once," he said. And for those wondering, the reason why we still ask those questions, even though he just talked to Adam about it, he talks to Adam before that. Like, as soon as the game's over, he goes to Adam. And then he comes to us in the media room. So we're already waiting in the media room. We don't hear that interview. So if there's a little bit of overlap, it's just because we didn't know it's already been asked. And we just want the quotes to put it in our paper as well, too. Or like if you're a news station, to put it on video. Anyways, and then we got to talk to Buchanan after the game as well. And this is Sean talking about the final 4 minutes, that late push they made to win this game. He said, "I knew when there were 4 minutes left that it was winning time. And I needed to do something to change the game in our favor. I'm glad I was able to do it." Well put by Sean. And I think a good choice there by Jans to put out the senior as opposed to Evan down the stretch. Just to, you know what you're going to get out of him without a doubt. Next game tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time is that Pac the Pan Am game against Grand Canyon. Was definitely a crazy game for me to actually go and cover. One of my favorite games to go and cover from this past year, so I'm looking forward to rewatching that, and I hope that you guys will join me as well. Again, I'm really sorry that it seems a little bit rushed down the stretch here. But I do have some more that I got to go right now. But I think that's going to do it, guys. Check out Aggie Mailbag. The video version is here on our YouTube channel. I answer a couple of your guys' most pressing questions. That's every Thursday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Stray Shooter, upcoming episode with Johnny McCants will be coming out on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And I believe that's all that I have to plug, guys. Hopefully y'all are staying safe, having a good weekend. This has been Justin Martinez, a.k.a. Jay the Sports Dude, and I'm out.